Hi, this is Lily with the Handsome Nerd Network. I'm here at IPL5 in Las Vegas. I am honored to be with Hotbid right now. How are you doing? How's Vegas been to you?
Pretty good. We're staying at a nice house. It has like a swimming pool and hot tub and stuff. So we're lucky. We have well-connected friends, I guess, here.
That's awesome. We've been seeing your posts on Reddit. Well, not your post, but Reddit's been going crazy over the interviews you've been doing this past weekend. What made you want to do more personal interviews?
Well, I didn't really have much to do at events, and I kind of need an excuse for TL to send me over. Otherwise, I'm just stuck at home. So we just want to do interviews. We want to do different ones than everyone else. They just kind of ask, how you feel after the games, what are your builds, stuff like that. So we just want to do something different. And since I'm pretty good friends with a lot of the players, I can kind of go off topic and ask them a lot of stuff that they normally wouldn't ask. And then they don't hate me for it, hopefully not too much. And that's basically it.
How did you start interviewing? What got you involved in the interviewing process, being an interviewer?
Well, we actually didn't have any plans for coverage like a year and a half ago. And we needed someone to interview, and we actually got Josh Sooth from IPL now doing interviews for us, but then he left for IPL, so we didn't have anyone, and I was just at an event, so I just did it. And my first ones were terrible. Like, if you go on YouTube and look at them, they're like, I know like now I like make them kind of intentionally awkward sometimes, but back then they were like legitimately just awkward. Like I wasn't trying to make them awkward at all. They were just terrible. And now I got better. It's all experience, and it's pretty easy. And we just sit down and talk a little bit. It's not really even asking questions. We just chat, have fun with friends and stuff.
How'd you get started in esports? What made you get involved? What game did you start playing to bring you in?
StarCraft Brood War, for sure. And I was posting on TL just as a fan, and I started writing a little bit for them. And then I went to school, and I was in school, and TL got a lot bigger. And after I graduated, we decided to have an office and all that kind of stuff, just see where it goes. And now this is what we're doing for a living. So it's pretty awesome. It's like a dream job. I love it.
How did you get your name Hotbid?
I didn't even put any thought into it. This is generally the story. They're not very like insightful stories behind IDs. I kind of didn't put any thought into it and just threw it out there back in like 2004 or whatever, whenever I registered. It's actually a term from Frisbee. It means like nice try.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So a while back, you kind of trolled everyone and did the Maxim girl contest.
Yeah.
What made you want to join that?
Well, I couldn't do the ridiculous explanation or the actual explanation. I actually think that contest was ridiculous, mainly because I feel like I have like some pretty strong opinions about how the industry and like our community treats women, and I think like that kind of contest that kind of just, I don't want to badmouth it or anything, but like I think it's a little bit it objectifies it a little bit too much. It puts too much emphasis on like how they look. I think we have plenty of that already. We don't need any more of that. So I just put myself in there, and I got a lot of votes, which is hilarious, which I like because I think a lot of people felt the same way about it. I don't know if you did. About the contest might be a little silly, but they took me out of the running. I was a little sad. I was looking forward to my photo shoot. It didn't happen. So maybe next time, yeah, I'll wear a wig or something.
Would you care to elaborate on how you feel on women in the space? And it's totally okay. You can tell me how you feel.
Okay, I think that it can be a lot better. Right now, I feel like there's a lot.
In which way? How do you think
It's
it could
kind
be
of like
better?
an old boys club in terms of like video games and like how gamers treat girls. And I think like the number one like place we can grow our community is females. Like it's a very small percentage, and on TL especially. We had, if a girl would post, everyone would be like, oh my God, a girl. And then they'd say like, pics please, and all that stuff. And then we started cracking down on that pretty hard. We started like warning and banning and doing all this stuff to moderate it. And after that, we got a lot more registrations from females. And it was kind of nice. And we thought, well, I think it's just something that you got to work on. And it's something that you can just, every single person can do themselves. Like if you're talking with friends and there's like some sort of sexist joke that is made, you can say something about it. It's not a big deal. But I think that's, who doesn't want more girls in esports? Like that's obviously something good. So I think that's where we should be headed next, at least.
And how do you feel about the women that are in the space? You have Anna. You have I don't know her name. I feel so sorry. The one that just joined NASL, the ex Playboy model. Like, how do you?
Elise?
Yes, sorry.
I have to interview her next week probably. I'll try and get an interview. But,
So how do you feel like? Because Anna's always been within control, so she has like that esports with her. But someone who's, how do you feel about that?
I think that's fine. I mean, like she's hired to do a job, and she does a job and does it well. I'm talking about the
Yeah,
not
I know.
Anna.
Lauren Elise.
Yeah, but I think that they're not really representative in the sense that they're not. They're like kind of here doing a job, you know. And I know Anna obviously has like much deeper connections, but she's also doing a job for EG. When I was speaking, I meant more about like just ordinary fans and players.
But I think women in general, the women that are in the space, get critiqued harder, I think, sometimes than the males, even by women themselves.
Yeah. But I think that the male presenters get critiqued too, maybe not as much on appearance, which is kind of like an unfair thing. But at the same time, like, if you're gonna go, like, all the men dress the same, and if you're gonna go on stage with like a really bright dress that stands out, you're kind of not inviting the critique, but they can't help but talk about it. So yeah, maybe it's a little unfair, and the people are like, well, she's more attractive than her, and she's more like, but yeah, I mean, I don't really like the kind of booth babe thing, but I think that Anna and like Lauren Elise and those women do a little bit more, well, way more than the typical booth babe that just stands there, you know.
So you're known for photobombing, a lot of pictures with lots of sunglasses. What brought on, or are you just being totally random?
Just one tournament, I decided to do it, and now people ask me to do it all the time. It's kind of annoying actually, because photobombing is like an art. You have to let it happen naturally. You can't force it. So I can't. People are like, oh, let me take a picture and you photobomb it. Like, no, man, I can't plan that. It's gotta happen. Like, it happens. So stop asking me, whoever's thinking about it.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I know that you have a lot more interviews coming, and we're all excited to really see them. You've been doing so well on Reddit. Is there any shout outs you'd like to give before we wrap up?
I'd like to shout out the TL staff that help out with the event, all the people that do the recaps, everything like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you for watching. This is Lily. Please keep watching our interviews on the Handsome Nerd Network.